Hello, everybody. Today, I want to talk about prison consulting. As a disclaimer, I want to also say I have never been uh, to state or federal prison. The only trouble I ever been to is overnight stay in county jail for public intoxication. That's the only trouble I ever been in. Okay, getting back, prison consultant. I do the only one, well, the main one that I watch on YouTube is Out Up Dan. And I want to apologize to him or to all of his friends if I come across in any negative way, because I do have a highest respect for him and for people like him. However, there are a few things I simply have a different opinion than he does. One of the uh, those things is uh, uh, personal narrative and character reference letters. As far as writing a letter that showing how am I taking responsibility for my action and how what am I doing to make up for what I did or for prison, whether it's a white collar crime or blue collar, such as wire fraud, embezzlement, um, or misappropriating funds of any white collar crime. Well, and not blaming others. Well, unfortunately, if my boss uh, pretty much tell me either you go do this here or you go get fired. Yes, I do have a choice to quit or get terminated, but keep in mind, um, whether I make five figure a year or 9 or 10 or 12 figures a year. My family is does rely on that income to keep food on the table, roof over their head, and clothes on their back. And especially if somebody making just 5 figures annually, extra takes home five figure annually. That's not that much money to put away for any day. So, mm, and Yes, I know. Given enough time and effort, they can find another employment. But still, mm, it's not. It takes time. No, with other Dan and a few other consultants that have a similar idea. They always say, "Well, you do the right thing, and it all go work out at the end." Well, unfortunately, in my opinion, it's just a fairy tale. The good guy doesn't always win. Uh, there is no uh, knight and shining army running on a white horse rescuing the righteous. And um, and sometimes they do have to live in a gray area or in a shady, mm, do some shady things just to make ends meet. And um, even those top chief executive officers in a Fortune 500 companies who who actually take home six or eight, or some of them nine figures per year. Well, uh, unfortunately, uh, even they sometimes have no other choice but to commit to what uh, would be considered uh, shady stuff that were corporate espionage or what federally considered or federal crimes that may land them anywhere from 6 years uh, or to 10 years in prison. So, of course, some of them have 20 or 30 years. Okay, enough about that. Moving on to prices. Uh, to me, that out there, then and there's another consultant who claimed that they willing to work with a person if they're unable to pay. And other actually mentioned a few times that he does the videos and helps people not so much for the money, but to help himself remember where he been and to keep himself on a straight and narrow. And he criticized other consultants for gouching the clients with their fees mm, and some of them who, if the client unable to come up with 20 or 30 grand, refuse to work with them. Well, I want to re-emphasize, it is just my opinion. They agree with me or disagree, if whatever you wanna do. If a lawyer or attorney can charge a client uh, uh, total of $50,000 for just for allow them to do minimum amount of work just to show that they did something, and a lot of times they misrepresent amount of work that they do. This has going quote a few statutes and case laws, and a lot of times they discourage people to go to trial. That is according to other than, and they kind of in a back way trying to push them into accepting plea agreement just to save themselves some trouble of actually doing the work that they're supposed to. Well, if a lawyer can charge anywhere from $100 per hour all the way up to $750 per hour, and they very seldomly help with a personal narrative letters, with character narrative letters, as far as suggestion how they should be written, or what should be in them, what should not be in them, and uh, actually informing the client of what judge and pre-sentence review board or parole want to see in them, or what they don't want to see in them. Also, making sure that PSR done correctly with any drug or alcohol dependency clearly listed and documented, any mental illness clearly listed and documented, and any other health conditions such as sleep apnea or bad, bad knee or bad joints. If a person needs a wheelchair or walker, or uh, or sometimes they need a special sleeping arrangement to where they back have to be raised, or well, I don't know if they have adjustable beds in prisons or not, in medical unit, but if they lawyer is not go either willing to help with that, or may not know how to file for that, and that other residential drug program in federal prisons. Well, it sounds nice to change the behavior of inmates, but unfortunately, a person, and that's where I disagree with. And then once they get out of prison, off the probation, out of halfway house, out of their probation, uh, it's time to put that out there way behind them, as if it never happened. No more pulling people up for what they did wrong. No more investigating other prison consultants for fraud or for abusing their clients because snitching is a normal reporting people are trying to help them because guess what, snitching is snitching. It doesn't matter if I snitch for good reason. There is no good reason to snitch unless it affects me personally or my family or my friends. Because okay, I give in fact in me personally, I give you an example how it may affect me personally, and there's something that I want to fix.
Ромочка, ты уже даже оделся? Куда ты собираешься, Олечка?
Я собираюсь просто сделать видео.
Видео?
Да.
Что ты одетый?
Не, просто болтать.
На водичка тебе запей. И смотри, я тоже там уже есть.
Я поставил на паузу.
Окей, Лешка. А что ты хочешь свое видео сделать?
Да.
Ты просишь донейшн или что?
И пока я просто ругаюсь на...
Физмы или как там?
Не, это будет потом. Потом я сделаю видео, чтобы они же...
Так не унижайся.
Надо унизиться.
Не надо.
Надо.
Так некрасиво, что я инвалид.
Так не смотри.
Такое...
Тебе не нравится? Не смотри.
Ленька,
тебе не нравится?
У меня она тоже отпечатывается. И думаю, что я тебя настраиваю.
Так хорошо.
Деньги и не надо.
Так, надо проверить.